I think the journey to the Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl is arguably the greatest accomplishment in sports. The year we went to the Super Bowl, I was 23 years old. I thought, well, this is easy. We're going to go back every year, and as it turns out, never got back there. Things are different now than they were then. Matter of fact, Lyle Alzado and I took a cab to the game. Ironically enough, we got stuck in traffic. I thought he was going to kill the cab driver, but we had to walk the last quarter mile to the stadium. But as it turns out, the cab ride was well worth it. For Lyle, having played so long in the league, watching the emotions that welled up in him at the end of that football game, realizing that he was finally going to be a champion, that was remarkable. I wish I could go back and tap that 23-year-old on the shoulder and tell him to soak it in, to appreciate the moment. Time moves on. Organizations go on, your career comes to an end, but the one thing they can never take away is that championship.
Take it from Super Bowl legend and the Hall of Famer Howie Long. There is nothing in the world quite like Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, 105,000 fans here in North Texas, plus more than 200 million around the world will watch a Super Bowl for the ages. Hey, this matchup has it all. Two historic franchises, dynamite defenses, elite quarterbacks, and a spectacular venue. Plus, we've got a Super Bowl pregame like you've never seen. Visits here on the set from some of the great dynasties in NFL history. President Barack Obama will sit down with Bill O'Reilly, and we've got more stars than the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Add great food, music, and plenty of football, and it adds up to a battle between two of the most successful franchises of all time, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. The winner will be crowned Super Bowl champion.
State Farm is there.
Well, the Green Bay Packers bus has arrived. Clay Matthews, last year's Rookie of the Year, and then second in Defensive Player of the Year this season. Aaron Rodgers trying to erase the ghosts of Brett Favre past. They are getting ready for Super Bowl 45. We continue our coverage here as the crowd has assembled. A lot of Packer fans, a lot of Steeler fans, two of the biggest bases of fans in all the country gathered for the big game.
For an event of this magnitude, and we see the Steelers making their way toward the area where they will come flooding onto this field, and they'll be followed by the Green Bay Packers. And it will be the Steelers trying to win their third Super Bowl in the last 6 years, their 7th overall. The Pittsburgh Steelers are back on the sports world's biggest stage, representing all the enduring qualities of the great city of Pittsburgh.
How about this franchise in their black and gold? 6-time Super Bowl champions. This team's a throwback, smash mouth. They don't run around you, they run over you. This trip to Dallas wasn't supposed to happen this season, but it did for an 8th time. Maybe anything less is unacceptable from a town built on steel, fueled by a passionate nation, where the word terrible is a good thing. Veteran leaders with experience on the big stage, a quarterback looking for redemption, a defense thick as a steel curtain, a mission for ring number 7. Once again, the black and gold. Once again, the AFC champions. Watch out, because here come those Pittsburgh Steelers.
One of the most storied franchises in history. The Green Bay Packers' late season surge has put them one victory away from yet another world title.
Let me offer you my 2 bits worth about this bunch right here. This team took the hard way. They took the long road. Toughness defines their season. Expectations? Well, when you're from a city named Titletown, odds are they're pretty high. These guys were all but forgotten midway through the season. Just one way, the only way into the playoffs, was to win. And that's just what they did. Quarterback who refused to believe the hype. Veterans who knew they had one more in them. Players who never, ever quit. And a city hungry for another title. That's what makes champions. These are the NFC champions. These are the Green Bay Packers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the newest members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Les Richter and Ed Sable. And joining us in the coin toss ceremony, Chris Hamburger, Richard Dent, Shannon Sharp, Marshall Falk, and Deion Sanders. And now referee Walt Anderson.
Welcome, captains, to Super Bowl 45. The commemorative coin, the helmets with the Lombardi trophy, is heads. The stadium is tails. Pittsburgh is the visiting team and will call the toss. Who will call the toss? James, what is the call? Tails. The call is tails. Deion Sanders. Deion will toss the coin.
Come on now. It is.
It is heads. Green Bay has won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half.
He won Super Bowl 43 over Arizona 27-23, and now with Antonio Brown waiting for the opening kickoff, Crosby will get rid of it. And we play football. In the end zone, Brown will take it out. A slight hesitation, and Antonio Brown with a good return to start this game for the Steelers. Crosby forced him out. And a 37-yard return by the rookie Antonio Brown starts this game. Now we look at the backs and receivers for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Marquise Pouncey went down with the foot injury.
Starting at the 36, quick throw, Hines Ward out on the edge, and it's Matthews making the play for Green Bay. On second down and 6, Mendenhall gets it, and he goes down immediately. A loss on the play of 4, and Frank Zombo, who had missed 6 straight games with a knee injury, active, starting, and he makes a play on the second snap. Pretty good pocket. Roethlisberger fires to the sideline, incomplete. And it's 3 and out for the Steelers with their first possession. Capanos, a former Packer, will kick it. There has never been a punt return for a touchdown in Super Bowl history, and there won't be one here. That ball is dropped and the fight for the football. A muff punt by Tramon Williams, and let's see who gets on top. And it's Green Bay's football. You talk about anxious moments here at the start of the game. It stays with Green Bay. Quick throw over the middle, broken up, and a good play made by Woodley on Jennings. On the second play, it's Starks, and the rookie Starks gets a yard. Knocked down by Woodley.
Linebackers that they don't win on a consistent basis week in and week out.
Penalty flag flies. Could be a free play, and this one is complete to Driver. Steelers were showing a blitz, and they came across early.
Offsides, number 51. Defense. Penalty is declined. First down.
3rd and 7. A stunt up front. This is Nelson through his arms. That's Mendenhall. Good blocking out in front. Rashard Mendenhall has the Steelers' first down of the game. 15-yard carry. First down at the 35. On the ground again. Mendenhall has his shoe back on. And he is wrestled to the ground about a half-yard shy of a first down by A.J. Hawk. And a penalty flag, a false start.
He said it does give him some problems, especially early in games when he pushes off or when he takes off and scrambles. He also broke his nose at one point, had a knee injury, shoulder injury. This guy's as tough as they come.
3rd down and 2. Roethlisberger slings it through the hands of Heath Miller, incomplete, and it's 4th down. Rodgers with time, fires a strike to Jordy Nelson. Forward progress will give him just about 9 3/4 yards. They hand it off to Starks, and the rookie has it. Bounced out of the pile, picked up 7. Ryan Clark there to force him out. Aaron Rodgers in trouble, gets rid of it, and finds Brandon Jackson, who takes it inside the Pittsburgh 40, and for the first time, a team is in the opponent's territory. That was good for 14.
And make sure I know where my outlets are so I can get the ball out and not get sacked.
Here's Starks, nice head of steam, and James Starks takes it to the 31, picked up 7. Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, touchdown, Green Bay. History with these two franchises. One team's won more NFL titles than any other franchise, and the other's won more Super Bowls. Pump fake. Wallace picked off. Nick Collins. Nick Collins on the return inside the 10. Leaps for the touchdown.
An interception return for a touchdown like that last one.
Here is Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders, the rookie, on first down, picks up 4. There's a flag down on that first down catch. Here's a call.
During the run, illegal block in the back, number 68, offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It'll be first down.
You know what I find here, Joe? That's on left guard Chris Kemoatu, the one who gave up the big hit on the interception with Howard Green going right over the top of him. You know, you watch this game here in this first half.
Roethlisberger. Now he can move. Bad knee and all. He's got a first down and a big one for Pittsburgh. Just in case. Here's Mendenhall. Mendenhall can't get away from Woodson. Good play by the 13-year pro out of Michigan. It's 3rd down and 12. Roethlisberger, Sanders had fallen down. He picked up the first down with the initial yardage, and he's got it as Tramon Williams made the tackle.
Great job on the back end, even when they catch the ball in front of them, of getting receivers to the ground.
Here's Sean Sweezum from 33. And Sweezum is good. Steelers have their first points. 14-3. William Gay is showing blitz, and here he comes. Rodgers turns to his right and throws behind Jennings. Let's go down to the field, and Chris Myers. Pass is caught by Driver, and the forward progress will come up short of a first down. So that's a good hold for this Pittsburgh defense, which led the league in sacks. If Ben Roethlisberger was reading the paper, here are actual headlines that he would have read about himself. Why? The last offseason, he faced a complaint by a young woman of sexual assault. No charges were filed. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell made him sit. The first 4 games of the season for violating the league's personal conduct policy. The combination of Dennis Dixon and Charlie Batch at quarterback. And here is Mendenhall bouncing it to the outside. And a good run by Rashard Mendenhall, but a flag is down. A gain of 7. But
Holding number 83, offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
They get Heath Miller for a hold, which wipes away a 7-yard run. 1st and 20. Good pocket for Roethlisberger, who finds Wallace. And Mike Wallace is good for 16 yards.
Their biggest completion was just 13 yards there to Emmanuel Sanders a couple of series ago. They've got to start pushing it a little bit.
Here's Mewelde Moore, who picks up a first down for Pittsburgh. Moore good for 7 and a first down out to the 35. So I talked about Green Bay. Third down and 6. Just 3 men on the rush, and the pass is complete for a first down. Antoine Randall L., who's back in Pittsburgh, good for 13. There are thousands of people outside this stadium. You see the heat lamps. It's chilly outside. It's in the low 40s. Watching on the big screen. Cowboy franchise and Jerry Jones aims for a Super Bowl record here tonight. 2nd down and 11. Over the middle. Dangerous pass picked off. Intercepted by Jared Bush. A collision with Mike Wallace, and Jared Bush comes away with it. Blitz coming. Green Bay picks it up, and there's Jordy Nelson. Already has a touchdown, and now adds another first down. Good for 17.
Really great protection up front.
On first down, Starks carries it. Stays upright, cuts upfield, and carries for a first down. An impressive run by the rookie, who was basically unheard from during the regular season. Approaching the 2-minute warning here in Arlington, over the middle. Caught. Touchdown, Greg Jennings.
Because of all the blitz pressures and things you're going to see.
Clay Matthews right at the line of scrimmage. Here he comes. Flozell Adams blocks him. And the pass is caught. Antoine Randall L. to the 40. 37 yards and a good start to this drive for the Steelers. Roethlisberger goes for it all. Mike Wallace incomplete. And now Woodson is slow to get up as he reaches for his shoulder. The 7-time Pro Bowler who was part of the Raiders back in Super Bowl 37 when they lost to the Buccaneers is one of the most valuable defensive players on any defense in the NFL, and he is slow to get back to the huddle. And timeout will be taken by Green Bay because Woodson's hurt. It's 3rd down and 10. Extra men on the rush. This pass is caught, and a sliding 1st down catch is made by Hines Ward. And now Charles Woodson leaves. He joins Sam Shields back in the locker room. 3rd-year player replaces Woodson. Roethlisberger throws, completes. That's Antonio Brown, and he's to the 25. A gain of just 1 as the clock continues to wind. A.J. Hawk made the stop. 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger over the middle finds Hines Ward, and he sets up a 1st and goal. $18-yard completion. From the 8. Back in the end zone, Ward, touchdown. Green Bay could run out the clock if they wish to do so by just taking a knee. Instead, they hand to Starks, who picks up 3. And if Green Bay wants, they can walk away and talk about it. We can show you the black-eyed peas.
Well, all in all, pretty good half there, Joe, because Green Bay jumped up. We had the interception for the touchdown, but the Steelers rallied. I mean, with the turnovers and all, they rallied and came back, even with an 11-point lead. I think the Steelers have got to feel pretty good here going in at halftime.
It's 21-10 at the half of Super Bowl 45. So the two teams head to the dressing rooms coming up at half. Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. First half analysis and the performance by the Black-Eyed Peas. Stay tuned. The NFL on Fox will continue after a word from your local Fox station.
You never win a game unless you beat the guy in front of you. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Winning is not everything, but making the effort to win is.
That last picture, the second touchdown scored to that first half, and it was Nick Collins with the 37-yard return on the interception. One of a couple of Ben Roethlisberger picks.
With a touchdown, and now it's really up to their defense. This is the 4th consecutive postseason game now for the Packers to have a double-digit lead at halftime.
Jordy Nelson will take a knee. To Starks, tripped up, penalty flag. Polamalu made the tackle. A gain of 2.
Holding number 86, offense. 10-yard penalty, your first down.
They get Donald Lee, the tight end, for a hold.
Yeah, he doesn't get out of his stance. You're going to see the ball snapped, and here comes Woodley, and then by the time he gets out of it, then Woodley's by him, and that's the only thing that he can then do. Pretty easy call.
Look to his left, throws to his right. The pass is complete. That's Jones. And James Jones is back to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 10. Down to the field, Chris Myers. Penalty flag flies for a false start. Blitz. Green Bay picks it up. Nelson, he's been busy. Has a touchdown in this game. Gets away from Mike Taylor. Picks up a couple of extra yards. Clark on the stop. A gain of 9. Rodgers fires, and it's dropped. Big play was there for Jones, and he couldn't hang on.
Boy, that's a touchdown right there. James Jones has had some drops, at some inopportune times throughout this postseason, really throughout the year.
They fake the quick throw and hand to Mendenhall, and Rashard Mendenhall bounces it to the edge, and a good start to this second half offensively for the Steelers. 2nd and 7. Bush can't get to Ben Roethlisberger, who fakes a throw and now hops out of bounds after a hit from Pepra. Picked up 6.
Coming off the edge of the second half.
It's 3rd down and 1. Handoff to Redmond, cuts it back. Trying to outrun Collins inside the 10. Mendenhall back in the game and into the end zone for the touchdown.
See Aaron Rodgers have to go to some type of silent count.
On 2nd and 7, over the middle, Nelson drops one. Jones on the last possession. Now Jordy Nelson. 3rd down and 7. Rodgers goes down in the arms of Harrison. They pump fake. Roethlisberger brings it over the middle for Hines Ward. He's got a 1st down inside the 30.
Because he extends the ball so much. There's a good example of it there.
Play action here. This ball is almost, after it was batted into the air by Clay Matthews, picked off as he tried to make an adjustment to the ball, and Matthews and Roethlisberger come together.
I think Clay Matthews is telling him, hey, you got away with one. We've seen him knock a couple of them now up in the air.
Roethlisberger in trouble, finds Heath Miller, and Miller's brought down by Bishop. And a loss of 2 on the play is Desmond Bishop. 3rd down and 13. Roethlisberger. Down he goes. Frank Zumbo. Squeeze him, going to try from 52 to make it a 1-point game. As long this season, 48. This would match his career long, and it's not even close. They fake the delayed handoff, passes behind Corliss. Incomplete. Rodgers finds Swain for a 1st down. It's ripped out. And now they'll overrule the catch on the field and say incomplete. That was awfully close to a catch and fumble. Here's Mendenhall. Shields back in the game, whiffed on the tackle. And Mendenhall picks up 8. 2 as we start the 4th quarter. Pittsburgh with the ball down by 4. Mendenhall, loss of football. Picked up by Bishop. Matthews and Pickett combined on the tackle to knock it out. And it's the 3rd Steeler turnover of Super Bowl 45.
Now the Packers needed this.
They'd have 3 or more takeaways. That's what Green Bay has been able to do, take it away from the Steelers. On 3rd down, the pass is low and caught by James Jones. Blitz coming off the edge. Packers pick it up. There's Nelson. 1st down. Inside the 20. Gets a block. Polamalu knocks him out of bounds near the 1.
Or should he advance into his route? He continued into his route in a nice executed play.
1st and goal, ball outside the 2. That's where they mark Nelson out of bounds, and Rodgers sacked. The Steelers defense makes a play, and a loss of 6. Takes it back to the 8. Rodgers looking left, comes to his right. Jennings Touchdown! Wallace. Bush can't get to him. Pepra does, but a completion of 14 yards. First down at the 32. Roethlisberger, penalty flag for a hold on Flozell Adams. Pass is caught by Heath Miller, but Flozell Adams had a hold of Clay Matthews. On second down, wide open is Hines Ward. And he takes it all the way to the 25, a completion of 15 yards. Blitz again. Floated for Wallace. What a throw! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! He's not in the lineup. Packers did not face a two-point conversion this season defensively. Roethlisberger on a pitch. Successful to Antoine Randall L. Trailed by 11 with 7.5 to go. Now they're down by 3. Rodgers steps up and down he goes. Ziggy Hood was in there and he wasn't alone. Woodley as well. And a loss of 4.
Really good at in the 3 postseason games coming into this game. Over 30 rushing attempts in each.
3rd and 5 just became 3rd and 10.
False start, number 73, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
They get Darren College as again the Steeler fans start to make a lot of noise. 3rd down and 10. Rodgers over the middle. What a throw, Jennings. And a huge completion on 3rd and 10. The Packers go to the ground game to try and take some of this clock. Here's Starks to the 30. Just the 10th running play of this game, and it's 14 yards. There's Jennings at the top. Rodgers throws. James Jones. They fake it to Jackson. Pass caught by Crabtree. Blitz coming. Polamalu slips, floated. Jordy Nelson incomplete. And it is 4th down with 2:10 to go.
Say that Jordy Nelson necessarily, he's had some drops as we know, but I wouldn't say that he should have caught that one. That would have been a nice catch.
23-yard try. First of the game for Crosby, drills it. 6-point game. Steelers have to start at their 13 after the penalty on Ke'Aaron Fox. Down by 6 with 1 timeout. Roethlisberger finds Heath Miller. And the tight end out across the 25 for 15 yards. Pulls it back and now completes the pass. Hines Ward comes away with it. A gain of 4. Antonio Holmes 2 years ago. 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger throws it away. Jonathan Scott, the left tackle, lost his shoe. So Trey Essex comes in at left tackle. Third down and 5. This one incomplete. It's 4th down. Roethlisberger overthrew Mike Wallace.
It looked like, Joe, he was maybe trying to get it to Hines Ward. There was another miscommunication in Ben's talking with Hines Ward now. That's a couple of plays now where the execution is, they haven't even had much of a chance to execute because there's been confusion on what was expected.
Ben, a lot of contact. This ball is incomplete, but it was a 4th down pass, and Green Bay will take over. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. There was contact at the top of the route, but no flag was thrown.
There sure was, Joe, and Mike Wallace was looking around for a flag, and I might be with him. It looked to me like the contact was before the ball arrived.
And so the number 6 seed, the Green Bay Packers, who had to go through Philadelphia, had to go through Atlanta, had to go through their rival, the Chicago Bears, to get to Super Bowl 45. Lead by 6. And Mike McCarthy, from the Greenfield neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, gets the Gatorade bath along the sideline. Tonight's cam sponsored by Budweiser, an up-close and personal look. The final snap of Super Bowl 45. The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy is coming home.
And our head captain goes down, emotional in the locker room. Our number 1 receiver goes down. More emotions are going flying in the locker room, but we find a way to bottle it up and exert it all out here on the field. To God be the glory.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Joe?
What a game he had. 2 touchdown catches, the last one an 8-yarder. A big conversion on a 3rd down with a 31-yard catch. But they can beat you so many different ways, and they proved that this entire postseason. Coming up, the Chevrolet Postgame Show. Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy in the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Green Bay Packers. He grew up in Pittsburgh rooting for the Steelers. Now he's the head coach of the champion Green Bay Packers. Back to Arlington after this.